Welcome back to the Cows channel, where we have a little opinion video for you today, because apparently the saga of Embracer continues. As we know, Embracer was the huge, massive European mega conglomerate of game developers and publishers that suddenly collapsed because, and this is a sad but true fact, they were counting heavily on $2 billion from Saudi Arabia as part of Saudi Arabia's plans to improve their image worldwide and get into the video game space. When that failed, their entire house of cards, they were just dependent on, they haven't said why it's causing everything. If I had to make a guess based on what little I know about games and what slightly more I know about how big companies work, they were needing that $2 billion to fund all of the day-to-day operations until all of the properties and IPs and developers and publishers they bought can start pushing games out. So that was probably their spending money for however long it was supposed to be. And it fell apart. Now they're like, oh, we don't have the money to run this company we just built. And so we already have seen that Volition, who made the amazing Saints Row series, and the not so great and very buggy Saints Row reboot, has unfortunately been closed. All those people are out of work because some people at the very top of the pyramid made a very high bet and did not pay it off, and that sucks. And now we have more fallout because well-known developer Gearbox is now up for sale as well. So Embracer is weighing its options, one of which is a sale, and apparently Embracer, as per Wesley and Poole on IGN, Embracer has received interest from a number of third parties. Embracer and Gearbox have not issued a comment. Now, as we've seen, they're doing these significant reviews after Volition closed, so they still own Saints Row, but it's going to be a long time before you get another Saints Row. And that, again, it was the $2 billion deal with the Saudi government. Savi Games Group. God, what a... And it's talk about... The article just reminds you that, hey, like I said, they went on a huge spree of getting tons of stuff. They had bought Gearbox a little longer than most of the other stuff. And it went through February 2021. Gearbox was valued at $1.4 billion. That's a lot of money that the owners got paid. They also have recently published Remnant 2 this year, and is down to publish in the sci-fi real-time strategy game Homeworld 3 may finally come out next year. And the Borderlands film is heading to theaters next summer as well. Don't know how good that's going to be, because I don't know if you can cram a game like Borderlands into a single 2-hour movie, but we'll see. The interesting thing about all of this is that Volition was on hard times. They had not done very well financially after the Saints Row reboot for a variety of reasons. You can go look it up on the internet. You can see a variety of opinions. Basically, there was a lot of stuff wrong through various issues with the game. But Gearbox is actually doing pretty well. Like they said, they have a movie coming out. They're publishing Homeworld 3. They had the most recent game, Remnant 2, was a hit. They've done lots of Borderlands stuff. They've been making a lot of bank. So the fact that they're now looking to put them up for sale tells me one thing. Embracer needs money. You don't sell things that are making money unless you're like, oh God, we are so desperate for money that maybe we can get enough money out of here to fix the ship. You don't sell one great performing assets like Gearbox unless you have to. Now, when you sell something, you can usually expect at least a 50% increase over its worth. So assuming that Gearbox has not increased since February of 2021, it's probably gone up at least a little. Let's say 1.5. So they'll probably be able, from all this third-party interest, to get, what, 2.25? That's a lot of money. That would replace all of the money that the Savvy Games Group did not give them. Now, this is a weird thing about corporate restructuring. Even though that would replace all of the money, it probably would not be the end of them having to spin off and sell and close things, which is really stupid because it sounds like 2 plus 2 equals potato, but that's how corporate thinking works, and it's really dumb, and I fully admit that. But guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. This is just a little mini update. This is the first that people are saying. A number of third parties are apparently interested, so I don't think if they want to sell, the only thing that would prevent them from selling this is if they just couldn't get a decent amount of money. I think this is going to be a done deal. I think there are plenty of other third-party developers and publishers and conglomerates that would gladly pay to have Gearbox and all of its IP come over. So I think this is just a done deal. I think over the next couple months, we'll have more updates here on the Cows channel. We just hit 400 subs. Thank you so much for that. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, play more games, because games are awesome and you deserve the awesome. And we'll see you next time.